Morning, my XRP Army, my tribe, everybody out there in YouTube land. Hope you're all doing well today. Let's talk gold again. Or let's talk gold for the first time. Wouldn't be the first time. But, so, in answer to my question, I believe it was yesterday, about why central banks are hoarding gold when they can print all of the currency that they want. Busy 9Gs, something else, his name. He responded, tokenizing to a gold standard. I don't believe so. They don't want any standard. They don't want anything that holds them down from printing money. The ability to print money is the ability to control everything involved with that system. All the people, all the government, all the decisions that are made. And if they can't print beyond that, then they lose their grip. And they're not going to do that. Power does not go away without some other stronger power removing it. He also goes on, Ponzi scheme. Yes, it absolutely is a Ponzi scheme. Every fiat currency on earth is a Ponzi scheme. And the US dollar is getting close to the end of its cycle, with the caveat that the US dollar is a turd, but it is the floatiest turd in the turd bowl, and it will be the last turd to go down the toilet. It is in a toilet bowl full of fiat currencies that are all less floaty than it is. That is why people that live in countries around the world that have high inflation rates buy dollars and sit on them, because the dollar is devaluing at a less fast rate than their local currency. So, reset or world war? I say yes to all of those. All of those are answers. They all go hand in hand, and they skip along down the road to ruin. One gets there sooner than the other, but they all follow, and they all happen. It's the same tired old formula. The same nonsense goes into the same bowl, gets mixed up, put into the oven, and comes out in the same ugly form. Every single time. It never deviates. So I say yes to all of those things. Hey, hit the subscribe button, would you please? I'd like to get to 2,000 before the end of this year. That's an awful lofty goal. Press like and share the video. It helps everything. I was talking yesterday about why are central banks buying gold if they can print all the currency they want? And Royal Rich responded with, okay, they know fiat is dying. Ding, 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 ding. Number one answer. Yeah, they do know it. They know the end result of their systems because they created the system. They work the system. They work to keep the system going. So that is exactly correct. And that is exactly what is happening. It's an ugly mess, but we're all involved in it and we can't get out of it. But you can buy XRP and take a rocket ship to the moon. When is that going to happen? I don't know. Hey, XRP, how about $100,000 today, please? Didn't happen yesterday. Probably won't happen today, but there's always hope. Good answer, Rich. I like it, and I agree with it. Comment here from Nicotromus. And he asked me, do I regret not sticking to metals? Referring to investing. And I can unequivocally say, no, I don't regret it. Why? Because I had kind of filled up my tank on precious metals, and I wasn't doing much of anything. And you need to be investing. You really need to be investing. Young man, young lady, you need to be investing. You need to take your finances and go from being a slave into making your finances your slave for you and that it must work. And I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't, if I had just continued down that same road. Would I invested all the money that I have invested into crypto, into precious metals instead? No. And I started buying silver when it was $3.25 an ounce. So buying it at $32 an ounce, $38 an ounce, $45 an ounce doesn't give me that much of an excitement, because I have something to compare it to from way back when. I still have all of that silver. I've never sold any of it. I am waiting. I believe it is my hedge against inflation, which we're already happening. Let's say hyperinflation, which is just down the road from now. So it comes down to, what would I have done if I hadn't bought the crypto? What would the money be doing now? Would it be sitting in a bank? Probably. Or would I have bought a piece of land in a remote area? How would that have worked out for me today? The important thing is to be investing. And so I do not regret putting it into crypto, and I believe crypto has a really bright future, even though gold and silver are doing well now. And along those lines, what will happen to gold if the U.S. repriced it? We would go up to just under $1 trillion on the books. And what would that do around the world for the price of gold? Be upward pressure. What would it do to the confidence of people in the U.S. dollar? It would increase it. And therefore, I think they probably will revalue gold here in the U.S. to a higher number, a significantly higher number. Let's see if I'm right. Please put in the comments down below what you think will happen with the U.S. gold. They'll reprice it or not. God bless y'all, and I'm out.